It's very heartbreaking, and not knowing she was going through this situation.
As for Hale, she says her heart goes out to the Hendersons' family after this senseless loss.
I'm sorry, sis, this happened. And I love you.
And they also confirmed Kandi Henderson and Stephen Turner had a past relationship.
42-year-old Kandi Henderson was a sweet and outgoing woman who loved spending time with family and friends. Her loved ones meant the world to her, and she meant the world to them. As she normally did, she went to work at a local Dollar Tree. Never could anyone at work that day have imagined that a simple work shift would unexpectedly turn deadly. Just after 4:30 p.m. on November 19th, Mifflin Township Fire Department medics responded to the New Albany Shopping Center to the parking lot of a Dollar Tree on the 4800 block of Morse Road in the Preserve South neighborhood for reports of a shooting. Upon arrival, they would locate an unresponsive adult female in the parking lot lying on the ground.
Well, 10 TV is also learning new details tonight about a deadly shooting that happened on Sunday at the New Albany Square Shopping Center.
Columbus police say the latest death is adding to a violent trend that continues to climb here in Columbus with domestic violence.
Columbus police confirmed with me they are investigating this as a domestic violence death.
The victim was identified as 42-year-old Kandi Henderson, who was taken to Mount Carmel East Hospital in critical condition, but was sadly succumbed to a gunshot wound to the head just 2 hours later. The Columbus Division of Police quickly named Kandi's ex-boyfriend, 60-year-old Stephen Turner, as a suspect in the fatal shooting. Turner was a self-proclaimed artist who would often hold live shows to showcase his music. Witnesses gave police a license plate of a car seen at the scene and a description of Turner, who authorities say was in a past relationship with Kandi. Police traced the vehicle to a home in Gahanna, and 2 witnesses told police Turner confessed to the shooting. Police officers, including members of the Columbus SWAT team, responded to a standoff at approximately 5:35 p.m. on the 1300 block of Lindenwall Drive, where Turner had barricaded himself inside the home. He was taken into custody without incident around 7:30 p.m. after surrendering to police. Friends and loved ones were devastated. One of Kandi's closest friends since high school referred to her as a sister, recalling how loyal she was and how she always had her back, particularly during a time when she was homeless. Kandi opened up her home to her. That's just the type of person that she was. She said she knew about the relationship between Kandi and Turner, but she wasn't sure if it was still going on or not. She is sending Kandi's family strength as they try to get through this tragedy. So far this year in Columbus, there have been 23 domestic violence-related deaths, whereas in 2022, there were only 7 the entire year.
We're learning a lot more information about the victim in last night's deadly shooting outside of a Gahanna Dollar Tree store. The woman killed while on the clock at work. We're also getting more insight about the man who police say pulled the trigger. Those who know the pair say at one point they were in a relationship. Carly Van Cleve looking closer into the investigation.
I've known Kandi since high school.
Unfortunately, Rashida Hale will never see her friend again. 42-year-old Kandi Henderson.
I can remember back in the day when I was homeless, she opened up her home to me.
Henderson was shot and killed Sunday night in a parking lot outside of her job on Morse Road in Gahanna.
I don't understand why this happened to her. I miss her.
Henderson worked at this Dollar Tree. This parking lot may look like a normal one filled with cars, but Sunday night it was a crime scene where Henderson was shot and killed. The man police believe pulled the trigger, 60-year-old Stephen Turner. Police say after the shooting, he made his way to a home on Lindenwall Drive, barricading himself inside. After more than a 4-hour standoff, officers tell us he eventually surrendered without anyone else getting hurt.
She always say, "No, sis, I got you."
Henderson's co-workers at the Dollar Tree have said they aren't ready to go on camera with us. But the store did share a statement. It said, in part, everyone is deeply saddened by the tragic incident, and they're committed to the safety of employees and customers. We're told the store will remain closed until further notice.
It's very heartbreaking, and not knowing she was going through this situation.
As for Hale, she says her heart goes out to the Hendersons' family after this senseless loss.
I'm sorry, sis, this happened. And I love you.
Tonight, the aftermath of a crime that spanned 2 scenes in Columbus. It started with a deadly shooting and led to a SWAT standoff. Tomorrow, the suspect is scheduled to appear in court. Tonight, we are learning more about the victim.
I was able to speak with a friend of Kandi Henderson. She says they grew up together and she was someone who was beautiful inside and out and always had a smile on her face.
Columbus police say that Henderson and the man, 60-year-old Stefan Turner, who is suspected of shooting her, did have a romantic relationship in the past. This comes as Franklin County is seeing the most domestic violence fatalities in the state. One shelter is encouraging everyone to know how to help. After losing Henderson, now one of her friends is sharing who she was, saying she would do anything for her loved ones, that she was definitely loved in the city and will truly be missed. For others who may be in a similar situation, LSS Choices is emphasizing the importance of believing victims.
That Dollar Tree on Morse Road was closed Monday for the investigation, but plans to reopen on Tuesday.
60-year-old Stephen Turner appeared in court just a couple days after the shooting and is being charged with murder. He is being held on a $1 million bond for the brutal and brazen murder of Kandi Henderson.